We're tracking rain for the first weekend of May, but that does include some storms. I'll have details coming up.
Now at 10, honoring fallen Deputy Brandon Sykes, what some local students did to pay their respects. Plus, the deadline for a real ID is just 5 days away, how you can protect yourself from scammers. And food, dancing, and fun, how you can experience Greek culture this weekend as your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on BTV.
Good evening, I'm Hannah McDonald. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with a first check of the weather. One of our viewers in Edgefield County, Candy Lalonde, shared this video of the major hailstorm that took place earlier. Meteorologist Miller Hyatt has more on the recent storm.
That is right, Hannah. We had those storms rolling on through, and they produced a lot of hail, up to ping pong ball sized hail. This photo we got was not ping pong sized, but it's a little bit smaller, around quarter size. But thank you to our fellow viewer, Sarah Davis, So looking at live by first.
Thanks, Miller. As the community prepares to lay Deputy Sykes to rest, people are still finding ways to show their support. This morning, Augusta Prep's third graders and upper school chorus sang to honor and celebrate the life of Deputy Sykes at their flagpole. Businesses around the community are also showing their support of the deputies and Columbia County Sheriff's Office with bows, billboards, or flags lowered.
We all feel very safe all the time and don't always remember about whether it's our service members or our deputies or EMTs that are putting their life out there for us every day. And I think everybody needs to be mindful about how important their job is.
The funeral for Deputy Sykes is on Monday at noon. It's been 1 year since a deadly plane crash in a neighborhood in Augusta. We are still waiting to learn what exactly caused the crash. Jason McKenzie was the pilot and only one on board. He was headed to Connecticut. Within minutes of taking off from Daniel Field, he began to circle back. The plane crashed into the front yard of a home at the corner of Hillcrest Avenue and Belmont Drive in the Forest Hills neighborhood. No one else was injured. It could be another year before the investigation is complete. Well, in just 5 days, a federal security feature called Real ID will go into effect. The Better Business Bureau says it sparks scammers trying to get you to register for a real ID through fake online websites. Architect Chaudhry has the details.
Starting May 7th, everyone over the age of 18 will need to have a real ID to board a domestic flight, access federal facilities, or enter certain secure areas. But the Better Business Bureau says they are noticing an uptick in real ID scams, where imposters are tricking innocent victims to apply for it online.
In some states, you can start the process online. Georgia is not one of them. But even if you start the process online, they're still going to direct you back to the DMV. So there are a lot of websites out there right now that are saying, hey, come get your real ID here. Please don't do that.
The BBB says if you see a website offering real ID without an in-person visit to a DMV, it's likely fake. Scammers are using the real ID deadline to get your personal information by having you enter data like Social Security, birth dates, or banking information to give you a fake real ID.
People are advertising that you can get a real ID online, and that's not necessarily the case. They're just trying to get your information, and a lot of people are trying to take the convenient route of not having to wait in line and not having to go to the DMV, but there's only one place that you can really get it, and it is the DMV.
The BBB says they may use your info to open up a credit card or file a false medical claim with your personal data. You can only obtain a real ID in person at your local Department of Motor Vehicles office. Reporting in Atlanta, Architect Chaudhry, Atlanta Bureau Chief.
Augusta University is helping to fight the battle of hunger and food waste. AU is part of the Food Recovery Network. This year, volunteers saved about 1,500 pounds of food, a savings that made 1,300 meals possible at the Ronald McDonald House and a Garden City Rescue Mission.
We have shift leaders who are typically in charge of the shift for that day, and they usually come in around 9 p.m. If we're recovering food at the cafeteria here, and they will go into the cafeteria, ask the staff to bring out the leftover food, and typically the volunteers and the shift leader will package it up into our reusable containers or our aluminum pans, label everything, weigh everything so that we have records of how much food that we have recovered, and then the shift leader will drive over and deliver that food to the shelters.
In the past 2 years, AU has saved more than 7,000 pounds of food. That's provided more than 6,000 meals to those in need. The Spring Greek Festival is back in Augusta. The event started today at the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in downtown. I had the chance to go to the festival and experience all of the fun activities. The festival kickstarts the year for the church, but also serves as a way to reach more people in the community. It's an event for the entire family with food, vendors, dancing, and more. The president of the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church says it means a lot to the church to see people attend the festival and learn more about their culture.
Orthodoxy is really our base, which is our faith, which has not changed for thousands of years. So to be part of that and then ultimately take that Greek culture, there's Romanian culture, we have a lot of different nationalities inside of our church, which is really exciting. So to showcase that for the local community and be this kind of pillar and stability that's been around for so long, not only spiritually, but also culturally, is very, very exciting.
Decuris tells me the planning for this event is year-round to be sure the community and members of the church have a great time.
And we're constantly preparing for things like this because it's a pretty big event. And it's big to the community. We've been a part of this community a long time.
They offer authentic Greek cuisine like gyros, baklava, and Greek beer, as well as clothing items and jewelry. The festival is free to attend and is right in the heart of Augusta. Decuris says this festival is a great way for people to learn more about the church and what they stand for.
I love seeing people embrace the culture, especially my girls, selfishly, but really just the embracing of the culture and the spirituality that lies behind it, but also just the outreach and all the things we can do with the fundraising part of it. So it's micro, it feels like, even though it's a big festival, but then it does so much throughout the year for so many other things. So it's very special.
If you are not able to make it to the festival, it will continue through Sunday at 953 Telfair Street. And the Foodies Food and Culture Festival is in Aiken this weekend. There are over 25 food trucks and over 50 art vendors. It will continue tomorrow at 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and on Sunday at 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Newberry Street in downtown Aiken. The 2025 Garden City Wheelchair Tennis Classic is being held this weekend. Augusta welcomed wheelchair tennis athletes from across the Southeast for the annual tournament. Leaders tell us about the importance of physical activities for people with disabilities.
We believe in everyone having an opportunity to compete and to have leisure activities. And so the adaptive sports program at Walton Options, in partnership with other community partners, offer the opportunities for everyone, regardless of their abilities, to participate in sports.
The tournament continues tomorrow at Newman Tennis Center at 9 a.m. Coming up, a creative stroll through downtown Augusta. See the new sculptures turning the Riverwalk into an open-air art gallery after Miller's forecast.
Even with all the rain we've had, we are still in a drought. But the good news is Mother Nature is going to turn on the garden hose going forward. Details coming up.
WJBF's Television Park Productions. Our mission is to provide local businesses with top quality video and digital content at an affordable price. With decades of experience, our award-winning creative team will guide you step by step through the creative process, resulting in a successful marketing message for your brand. Over the years, we've helped hundreds of local businesses expand their voice. Visit WJBF.com/creative to find out how we can do the same for you. The CSRA is full of amazing women. Women who inspire. Women who innovate. Women who lead. That's why News Channel 6 brings you Women to Watch.
On the last Wednesday of each month, News Channel 6 recognizes local businesswomen who are making a positive impact in our community.
Nominate someone today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by Goodwill. The CSRA. It's full of interesting people, fascinating stories, and plenty of stunning sights to see. Join Brendan Dawson as he hits the road, experiencing the fun adventures and wonderful people of the place we call home. These are your towns, your stories, and we assure you it's worth the drive. No matter the mode of transportation, come along for the ride. Your hometown road trip. Wednesdays at 12:30 on WJBF News Channel 6. Now, your most
Very rainy week
Yes.
ahead. This ping pong sized
Ping pong ball size.
ping
yeah,
pong
we
ball
wanna make
sized
sure-
hill.
We want to make sure
Yes.
that we just mention this, not ping pong paddle.
Yes, yes. Well, art is taking center stage along the Riverwalk. Augusta celebrates a new wave of creativity with sculptures popping up in unexpected places. The City of Augusta and the Greater Augusta Arts Council are unveiling 10 new sculptures as part of the largest expansion of the Augusta Sculpture Trail. And the 2-year installation stretches across downtown, the Riverwalk, and the 5th Street Bridge. It offers public art that's as accessible as it is inspiring.
There's always a public opinion that tells us what they would like to see, and I would probably say 98% of the feedback is always positive. I want people to be able to say, hey, this is a time that I can go out, feel safe with my family, and enjoy the sculpture trail or enjoy the murals downtown. Like, we're thinking of starting a mural walk where people can actually find every mural also that's located in downtown Augusta and throughout the city.
This latest collection brings the total to 18 pieces, many by local and regional artists, with some even becoming permanent parts of Augusta's growing public art scene. Coming up, insurance prices, what lawmakers are doing to address the rising cost. We'll have the details up next.
I'm a registered nurse in the Augusta area, and we can see a lot of falls and a lot of injuries from falls, specifically in the bathroom area. I like to focus on safety measures that we can place to prevent those falls from happening. I would recommend adding in a low threshold entry, adding in grab bars and seats for the shower, and finally a handheld shower head that can be used standing up or sitting down. If someone you love is getting older or has mobility issues, I would really encourage you to take the steps to increase the safety in the bathroom. Protect your loved ones. Let's talk doctor.
I'm Dr. E.
When quality matters, call BuzzFeeds, trusted since 1945.
Every day, ordinary people in the CSRA do extraordinary things to serve our community. Each month, News Channel 6 recognizes these outstanding volunteers with the Giving Your Best Award. Do you know an everyday hero who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award by visiting WJBF.com and filling out the entry form.
Sponsored by Science Co., Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal Bank, and News Channel 6. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The 18-1 Academy of Richmond County boys soccer team hosted the Chestatee Eagles in the GHSA state tournament. The ARC Chestatee tournament game, though, had enough intrigue as it was with a trip to the Elite Eight on the line. How about throwing a 30-minute lightning delay plus some bonus soccer in the end to the Richmond Academy, trying to get one step closer to playing for its first state title since 2005. A defensive battle throughout, but the Musketeers finally get on the board, scoring a goal at close range to go up 1-0 at the 7:17 mark of the first half. Still 1-0 at intermission. The War Eagles scored the equalizer, making it 1-1 with 27 minutes left in regulation. This match would go into overtime, eventually to a shootout where Richmond would eventually fall after 7 penalty kicks. Their season ends at 18-2. And the Aquinas boys soccer team hosted the Wesleyan Wolves. The Fighting Irish came into the match red hot, winning 9 of their last 10 matches. Their last loss came at the hands of ARC last month. In the second half, the Wolves were up 4-1. They really dominated the time of possession, but the Aquinas goalkeeper coming up with some nice saves. However, Wesleyan wins 5-1, ending Aquinas' season at 14-5. And the Harlem Bulldogs baseball team hosted Whitewater in Game 3 of the series. The winner moving on to the Elite Eight. The Bulldogs won the first game 6-0, but lost the second game 2-1 on Thursday. That was their first loss of the season.
Now it's win or go home time. The fans out in full swing. Now, speaking of those swings, in the second inning, a sac fly into left center field drives home the runner to make it 2-0. Now, it wasn't just the hitting, the Bulldogs pitching silencing the Whitewater Bats. Harlem bounces back, beating Whitewater 5-2, advancing to the Elite Eight. They'll host Pickens on May 7th as their quest for a three-peat still alive. And the South Carolina High School League provided an update on the House Bill 4163, which proposes creating a new state-run athletics association. The House Education Committee voted to adjourn the debate on the bill for the remainder of the current legislative session, meaning it halts any movement on the bill for the year. However, discussions surrounding the future of middle and high school athletics, that's expected to continue. And the Augusta Green Jackets will return to SRP Park after an 8-game road trip in the month of April. Starting Tuesday, Education Day at 11 a.m. start time. The Wednesday night theme will be the Teachers and Nurses Appreciation Week. Mother's Day weekend jam-packed on Saturday, Star Wars night, then Sunday, Magical Mother's Day. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
The News Nation top. To get the weather, you need to see the whole picture. That's why Live Fiber 6 gives you the Skyview network. Get a live view of traffic and weather from all over the CSRA. Available online 24 hours a day at WJBF.com and the free Live Fiber 6 mobile app. The WJBF Live Fiber 6 Skyview network, powered by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
And last but not least, it's Bounce with a capital B, and we're not overinflating.
The world's largest bounce house is in town.
Out there somewhere with George Escala.
Things are really going to be hopping in Hepzibah this weekend. Let's bounce.
The reaction from the kids is wide-eyed. Like, it's bigger than they could ever have dreamt of.
The Big Bounce America Tour has rolled into Richmond County. That means bounce houses. Lots of them. It's crazy. And it includes the mother of all bounce houses.
Just one inflatable we have here is 26,000 square feet, fits over 450 people, 32 feet tall. It's the world's largest bounce house.
It's the blue whale of bounce houses. This immense inflatable. No bounce castle anywhere is bigger. Of course, you must have your rules for safe bouncing, and look, maximum weight per person, 245 lbs. Oh, good, I'm good. Yes, I am. You don't have a scale, do you?
No, we do not have a scale.
Well, my best bouncing days are behind me, but the world's largest one beckoned. Well, what fun. That's a 9 even from the Russian judge. But hey, is there a doctor in the bounce house? Out there somewhere in Hepzibah, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Oh, George. What a funny way to end that
Living
story,
his
right?
best life on the bounce houses.
That goes for a really creative stand-up right there. Just flop at the
No, that's so good. I'm glad he had all the fun at the bounce house.
He sure did.
That's
Lucky
so
him.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, if you're heading to the bounce house tomorrow, just make sure to keep an eye to the sky. The morning looks pretty good for some outdoor fun, but the afternoon and evening looks a little bit stormy. Sunday is going to be improving, and then Cinco de Mayo on Monday looks nice and sunny. And then storms return as we go towards the end of the weekend, and next weekend looks a little bit stormy.
Well, the news continues at the top of the hour on News Channel 6 at 11.
Hogan's Heroes next here on MeTV.
Have a great night.